kind of annoying. The easiest thing to do is just to, if you want it to be in the middle, like that, when you set position, this is what you want to set. When you set this position, the picture will draw out this way. So if you set position to the middle, the picture will draw here. If you set position off to the side here, then it will be in the middle. Give you a basic idea. Okay, once all of this garbage is loaded up, right? So all we're doing is we made this window. We made this texture. We loaded in our picture. We attach the texture. And we go set position 0, 0. 0, 0. Our background picture gets loaded in. Right? I think we have like a sun and some mountains or something. So it gets loaded in like this. The set position only let me see here. I'm going to get rid of, right here. So this doesn't draw the picture. It only tells it where to position. Where to position. Once this stuff is set up, when we run this code, nothing happens, technically. Right? If I get rid of this loop here real quick. Control X. Let's say this is all the code I have. Window and load in the graphic and then run. Right? Something happens and it just goes away. Because nothing's keeping the program open. Right? So how do we keep the program open? How do we keep the program running instead of just closing right away? We can do a while loop, right? That's where this guy comes in. Control V. I'm going to rip everything out of the while loop here. Control X. Okay. If we look at this here, what do you guys think will happen when I run this code here? Right? I'm setting up the window. I'm loading a texture, I'm attaching the picture to the texture, I'm setting its position, and then I do the return 0 and the program closes. I want it to stay open. So I do this thing, where I go, while window is open. Where is window, by the way? Window, here it is. Remember I called it window. So while window is open, this is saying while this object is open. This object is open. So yeah, it's just a function call inside the class. If I run this, it should just stay open. Forever. Right? Nothing's ending it. That loop is just open. If the window is open, stay open. That's all that's happening. But again, why is the screen blank? Right? I loaded in the texture, I set the position, I'm keeping the window open, but it's saying, like, where's my picture? What's going on?
Yeah, so the images as well, all the windows.
Also, I can't exit out. I gotta crash the program. It's an infinite loop, guys. Is that one in? Is it this one? Got it. We killed it. I was legit stuck in a loop. Control Z. This is where we introduce the basic steps of the game program. But this guy here is very important. If keyboard is key pressed, keyboard escape, Windows.close. Can you guys guess what that does? Close the program. So keyboard is key pressed. A bit on the nose. It's saying, hey, check the keyboard, and if this key is pressed, and here you pass in which key to check for, right? So instead of escape, this could be anything, right? This could be P, O, 0, whatever. It's saying, hey, check the keyboard. Is the key escape pressed? If it is, window.close. So while window is open, keep running. If the escape key is pressed, just go ahead and exit, right? So I'm gonna run this. We should should get that white screen again. Well, blackened this time, I guess. But it keeps trying. Again, there's no picture. But get this. I'm gonna hit escape. It closed. Holy smokes, you guys. Progress. We're moving, we're grooving. So this is broken into 3 sections. Handle the player's input, update the scene, draw the scene. Catch that last part? Draw the scene. So first we go, hey, what is the player doing? Right, in this case, escape. But it could be like a left or a right or an A or a B. This is where this is checked. First things first, did they press any buttons? If they press buttons, what does that mean? Like, if I press right, that means move something to the right. Right? So like that set position is set at 0, 0, but then I go, okay, move it over this much. Just because you updated it, doesn't mean it's going to show up on the screen yet. What needs to happen is Windows clear, Windows draw, window display. So again, we have the window that we made. Back to the double buffering, I guess. Technically, there are 2 windows. Where's the eraser? 2 windows. Secretly, there's 2 windows. You just didn't know. Oh. Windows clear goes white. This one. Windows draw says draw. Right? So it's going to draw my back. Draw what? See how it goes? Windows draw and sprite background. Right? Sprite background, that's what we called it. Yeah, sprite background. So remember that texture we loaded with the picture? The sprite we called sprite background. So windows.draw, and you give it what you want to draw. Right? So in this case, I want to draw my sweet background. The sun here, and whatever it was. Draw. This draws it to the screen. Windows.display swaps. So whatever was here, my black screen, right? When the game started running, this screen is black. I set up the texture, blah, blah, blah. We get to this part, it goes clear. So I erase this. Then I drew the background. And when I say Windows.display, it swaps from the black background to this one. The game goes through again. We loop, right, to the beginning while window is open. We get here again. Remember, my first screen was black. Then I drew the picture and switched to it. What happens now? Windows.clear. So the black picture here from last frame, when I erase, I clear it. Then I go Windows.draw sprite background. Okay. And then Windows.display. Okay, so this was my previous frame. I am going to this picture now. You guys get it, kind of, hopefully? Next loop, I'm going to repeat this again. I go through, this was currently on the screen. I get to Windows.clear, I'm going to wipe this off. Windows.draw, I'm going to draw the picture. Windows.display, sick. I'm going to go, this is now on the screen. And it's going to go back and forth every frame. This is what gives you a smooth transition when you move objects on the screen. All right, that's chapter 1. Let's try chapter 2 real quick. Let's see what they do in chapter 2. A copy. But that's it. You guys did it. That's chapter 1. Very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys did it. You guys did it. Control E.
First time I ever heard those words.
Chance. All right. Chapter 2 pops off, if we're being honest. This is a lot of garbage on here, you guys. A lot of garbage. All right. Just going to go to the top. Oh no, your buddy missed you, dude.
Buddy. Hey.
I forget his name. All right. So.
Swing through?
graphics tree. So this convoluted piece here is that same garbage over and over again of where we have to make a texture, load it in, attach it to a sprite, and set a position. And we have to keep doing it, unfortunately. Later in the book, I think it tells you how to do it like more efficiently. But this whole chunk here, so this chunk here, remember we made the background right here? From here, we're gonna make tree, bee, and 3 clouds. And it's the same garbage on repeat. Make a texture, load a picture to it, right? Tree in this case. Make a sprite, attach the texture to the sprite, set the position. Same garbage for the bee. Hey, we're gonna make a texture. We're gonna load the picture into the texture. We're gonna make a sprite. We're gonna attach the sprite to the picture. We're gonna set positions for it. Then they add 2 of these. I'll talk about these later. And then here's another fun one. Load a texture called cloud. Make 3 sprites. Huh? Anybody catch that? I'm only loading 1 cloud, but I'm attaching 3 different sprites to it. Right? I don't have to load this texture 3 times. I only have to load it 1 time onto the graphics card, and then I can attach a bunch of sprites to it. So when I run this,
So those are copies pretty much.
yeah, watch. If I run this right now, and you'll see the 3 clouds, those are all the same texture. The clouds are the same. It's not different pictures of clouds. I'm only loading 1 cloud in, right? Sort of like when you see old video games, and you see like tiles, and a bunch of the tiles are just like the same looking tile, right? There's only 1 tile loaded in, and it's just making it show up in multiple places, which is very efficient for like the Nintendo or whatever. Imagine loading in each one. They'll kill them. There's only like kilobytes on that thing. Yeah. Right, so I hope we got past the basics of texture, load in picture to texture, sprite, attach sprite to texture, and then we have the set position. So you go, hey, I'm gonna make 1 sprite, 2 sprite, 3 sprite, cloud, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna set all 3 of these sprite clouds to the same texture of cloud. And then I'm gonna position them at 0, 0, 0 to 50, 0, 500, which would be, so 0, 0 is first cloud, second cloud, third cloud. Okay, that's all I'm doing then. That's what those are, the 0, 0, the 0, 2, 50, the 0. Because they're all loading at 0. This is 0 here. And then so I'll load 1 out here, then the next one is 0, 250, that just means lower. And then this one means 500, it just means lower. You guys got here late. On the Discord, if you download this preset file, and if you have Visual Studio installed, I'm gonna do it, okay? Oh, close it. You have Visual Studio installed, you download the file and open it. Just double click on Project 1 SLN, and it'll fire up and run out of the box. Go back to copy. Let's see, we were on 2. So a copy. Okay. That part's set up. This is the clock, time BT, deactivate. Cloud out. And then the drawing happens. Okay, let's go ahead and pop out. I'm going to get rid of the clouds. I'm going to keep just the B here. There's just the B. All right, guys. We are once again, should we just cover it again? Yeah, that's the plan. How the B moves. For starters, we set up the B, and where is the B positioned? Because originally we positioned the B at 0, 800. So 0, 800 puts the B like right here, right? That's where the B is. Technically, let's see here. If I cut out this whole chunk in the middle here, Okay, there they are. There's the B where they turned off the clouds. So this is just how the B is loaded originally. I turned off the clouds, but they would be here. I'm not drawing them to the screen yet. So that's all it is when you load in the B. I could also load in the clouds just to see. Here we are again. Okay. So at the top, I set up the B, and I say, hey, put the B where? At 0, 800. I set up 3 clouds, and I say put the clouds at 0, 250, 500, right? So I go, hey, put the cloud here, 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 put the B here, put the tree right here. That's all this code does. Then I have to go actually draw them, if we remember the double thing, where I go, hey, draw the screen, cloud 1, you can see them up there, right? Right here. Cloud 1, cloud 2, cloud 3, tree, and B. So if I run this right here, there they are, right? So 0, 0, 250, 500. And the B right here in the corner. Right? So you have to draw them every time. Let's change the value just to see how it affects it. So if we remember, where is it? Okay, so here's the clouds. 0, 0, 250, 500. If I want, we saw the clouds move across, right? They're moving to what? The right? How would I move this cloud to the right? Like right now, right? If it's at 0, 0 and it's here, and this one's at 0, 500 and it's lower, that implies if I change the first number, it should move over, I think. Right? So if this is 0, 0, this should be like 500, 0. Right? Am I tripping?
The first one is the X. So.
Right? Right? It's happening, you guys. I'm literally moving clouds in the sky. Are you not impressed? Holy smokes. I predicted where it would be. Alright, so let's run quickly. Let me undo, control Z. Okay, so so it went from 0, 0 to 500 and 0. Well, how do I get it to move a little bit each frame? How do I make the stupid cloud move across the screen? Like, holy smokes, dude. I just plus 1 each time. Would that work? Why not? Let's see. Actually, hold on. So according to this, 0, 0 is the cloud here at the beginning, and 500 it moves it to the right. Yeah. What if I go? Okay, well, do plus 1 to the 0 part every frame. Can I do that? Would that work? How would I do that? Right? Because I can go set position here. I just copy this code and just dump it right here in the middle. But I wanted to add 1 each time. So I go, okay, well I could just do int x is equal to sprite. There's a trick to get it out of there. Hold on. Dot get position? Get position. There it is. That's what I want. Dot x. Can I close that? Can I close this? Sick. Okay. I think this might work. You guys think this is gonna work? Maybe I should name it. Name this. I'm gonna move it. X move it. How about that? Just sort of move it. X move it. And I do a plus equals. Okay. You guys know what I'm trying to do here? Is it letting me? What is it not like? Expected 80. But it's right there.
What's the error?
I'm trying to do a plus equals. X
Do the plus equals because you just created it.
Okay, equals, okay, fine then. I'll just do x move plus equals 1, and I'll close that. X move. All right, you guys. Do you think that's gonna do anything? So I'm going x move equals sprite cloud 1 get position x. So get position x legit goes, okay, what is the x value of my cloud, right? So in the beginning, what did I say it was? There it is, set position 0, 0. And the first 0 is x, the second 0 is y. So this line of code goes int x move equals that first cloud, this guy, dot get position x. So whatever his x is, return it to me, give it back to me. So in this case, the first time this code loops, what's x gonna be?
The next number.
Well, it's gonna be the first time I did it, I set it to 0, 0.
No.
So when it goes down, it goes, give me x. What is x? It's 0. But then I go, x move plus equals 1. So I'm like, whatever this is, go ahead and add 1 to it. Then I go, okay, whatever this is, go ahead and move my cloud, sprite cloud set position, x move 0. So now, my cloud should be 1, 0. After this whole thing moves, my cloud should be 2, 0. Then 3. And it'll do that every time I run through this code. Now, how quickly this happens is how good my computer is. You know, how fast is my computer boy? That's how fast this cloud is going to move, I hope. Because I'm like winging it. There he goes. Dude. Now, let's say you run this on your computer. Do you think your cloud is going to move at the same speed?
Probably.
Probably close, but not exact.
Yeah. Why is that?
Depending on the computer.
What if I run it on a crappy computer? Do you think the cloud's going to move faster or just the same? Slower. That's crazy. I wonder why. Okay, well, how do I make it so that all of our computers run that cloud at the same speed? Right? So no matter how bad your computer is, or how good my computer is, our clouds are equal, you know, because I'm bringing equality back to cloud speed. Yeah, guys? Are you excited? Are you excited to learn how we're going to do it? Because I went over it last time. I don't know how good.
Is it by the frames?
Actually, apparently some people don't care for it. This is supposedly an old technique. There's some kind of new way to do it, which is the frames thing, yeah.
Yeah, it works for simpler or older games to tie it to the frame count.
Yeah.
But on like for modern games that are supposed to be like, you know, like big budget games, if you tie the game speed to the frame rate and then you try and overclock your computer, the game runs super fast. Because you know, gamers are all like, I want it to run at 120 frames a second. But if you designed the game to run at 60, then it ended up running twice as fast.
But no, hold on. But we're using delta time. Wouldn't this overclock not matter? Because like, let's say delta time, I'm running at 60 frames or whatever. So delta time returns 0.00002. If you overclock your computer to 120, that doesn't matter. Delta time increases. It adds a 0 or whatever in there. So the frames equalize.
I suppose.
Right? Because the timer doesn't care. The timer keeps going. Unless you don't tell the computer.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, no, the overclocking makes sense. But I think maybe the DT actually accounts for that. It accounts for an overclock. It also accounts for an underclock. Right? The whole point is it works both ways. Faster computer, slower computer, it doesn't care. I don't know, fun little fact from the side. I don't know if you remember, they used to have turbo buttons on computers. Those would slow the computer down. Because you're running your computer, but the game runs choppy because your computer is too fast. So the turbo button would slow the computer down, letting you run the old game at a slower clock because old games were directly tied to processors. Like the Nintendo cartridge thing, right? They know what the clock speed is. They don't have to do what I'm about to do. Only the Nintendo's gonna run this game. They don't care who's gonna try to run it on something else. So they go, okay, they can just set a hard 60 frames or whatever, because their processor is always gonna be 60 or whatever their speed is. They don't care about that. Different CPUs is the issue. All right, let's look at this code. Let me get rid of all this. I'm gonna paste back in. So I'm gonna throw my stuff in the garbage. This is chapter 2. We're almost there, you guys. We're almost done with chapter 2. I'm going to cover moving the B or the cloud. I think the B is simpler. So they add two things to our B here. They add a bool, B active false, and float B speed 0. So I get two new things. I go, is the B active, is a bool, just a simple true or false, that we say is false. And then we get another one, a float, that's B speed, that we set at 0. So right now, what's our screen? Right, we have our screen, and I have my B right here, right, at 0, 800. That's my B. I'm terrible with B, honestly. Yeah. This is 0, 800, right? That's our B in this position here, and we have a B active false and B speed 0. We go into our loop. Didn't I just copy and paste? What am I doing? Control A, copy. Control A, paste. All right. Let's see. Time delta. I think we talked about this last time as well, but at the track, there's a guy sitting at the start line with something called a timer. Right? He's got a timer, and he's timing how fast you ran around the track. First time you run, you do it, I don't know, 2.6 minutes or something. Second time you run, you go 2.5 minutes. You're improving, 2.4, then you fall off, 2.8, right? Our computer can do this. I can check how fast it takes the computer to run this. I go, how long does it take the computer to start at the top of my loop, right? Because my loop is here. While window is open, this is the start line. And down here at the bottom, this here is the finish line. Once it hits the finish line, it's gonna come back up here, and it's gonna go, hey, are we still running? They're like, yeah. Start line, down here, finish line, come back up, ask if we're still running. You go, yeah, we're still running, start line. So we know where our loop starts and where our loop ends. So in the middle, so before the loop, I declare something called a clock, or clock object. And in the middle of this loop, I go time dt equals clock restart. That's literally me hitting this button. I'm like, restart. When I hit the restart, it stores this time. I hit the restart, it stores the time. I hit the restart, it stores this. I hit the restart, it stores this. Right? Here's our B active. Here's our if-else statement. It goes, if B active, but there's an exclamation point at the beginning. Our B active is set at false the first time we run it. When it hits this if statement, is it going to enter this if statement or skip it? Our B active is at false. So how about this? If without the exclamation, like this. This would mean if B is true, run this code. But if we put the explanation, oh, I hit enter a bunch by accident. Hold on. Wow. If B is not true, run this code. Right? That's what the exclamation point means. It means not. Get it? No. No more fans in the house? Got it. Anyways, the B is not active. It's false. We hit this if statement that goes, hey, if B is false, run this code. What does this code do? sran int time 0 is just like a complicated way of seeding a random time. I don't know if I bother playing random game. Computers aren't actually random, you guys. It's just a formula to make us appear random. But if you seed it, you're whatever. We're going to skip the SRAM time. That's just something you run to seed, right? You run this code to set up a random number. If you want to make a random number, you have to run this. And afterwards, this rand here is what gives me a random number, right? B speed, which we set at 0 before at the top. I don't know if you guys remember. B speed is equal to random number mod 200 plus 200. So the mod number means it's going to give you a value of 0 to 199. Then I'm going to add 200 to it, right? So giving me a random value of 200 to 400, right? So that's going to be my B speed. I'll say I get unlucky and get 200 because I get 0 plus 200. So my B speed is 0 plus 200 or 200. We'll pretend. So the first time you run this code, we hit this if, B is active, no it's not, seed my random number, give me a random number between 200, 400. Seed again, but this time times 10. I guess they're having fun. This is to help make the number more random. Float height, give me a random number, 0 to 500, add 400. So, again, our B was at 0, 800. But this will give me between 500 and 1,000? Is it? Yeah, so a minimum of 500. So height-wise, this goes to 1080. This is 0, this is 1080. It's saying a minimum of 500, and a maximum of 1,000. This is going to give me a random height for the bee to fly. Each time this code runs, it'll give me a new bee height. But it'll only run the one time that the bee's not active. And then we see something here. Sprite bee set position 2000 and height. What does this do? Right? So originally my bee's right here at 0, 800. But it's not active. So I hit this code, there goes, is the bee active? No. All right then, give me a random number between 2 and 400, make that bee speed. Give me a random number between 500 and 1,000, make that height. And then it goes, sprite b.set position 2000 height.
Takes it off the street.
So this is 1920 out here, right? This is the first number, x, and the second number is y. So it goes 2000 is right here-ish. And height is that random number between 500 and 1,000. So let's say I get 500. The B is going to be right here, off the screen. You're not going to be able to see the B. What's going on? Why is the B here now? Why is the B here now? Else, move the B. Here it is. You guys finally. Oh my God. How long did it take us to get here? This is else. That means if you look up right here, it says B active equals true. So on the frame that we start this game up, we go, the B's here, the B's not active. We go down, we hit this line. It goes, is the B active? No. Okay, give me these two random numbers. I'm going to set B speed. I'm going to give me a new height and put the B right here. Then it goes, B active true. So next time we loop and come down this chimney again, it's going to go if B not active, right? Is B active right now? Is this if going to trigger?
No.
No, we're going to skip this code. We're going to jump. It goes to the else. If true, no, go to this else. What does this else statement do? What does this convoluted line mean?
Resetting the position.
Sprite B set position, right? We know that one. We've seen it a couple of times. We know what that does. Sprite B dot get position x minus B speed times dt as seconds. Sprite B dot get position y. What? walk through it. So the B is here, and we know it's at 2,000. And what was our guess for height? 200. So our X is 2,000, and our Y is 200 for our B. And I go, sprite B, get position X. So that's going to be 2,000, right? It's going to be 2,000. Minus, what is it? B speed times dt as seconds, delta time. What was our B speed? 200? No, yeah, the guess was 200. Our B speed was all I'm tripping. This was actually 500, right? So the B height was 500, the B speed was 200. So 2,000 minus 200 times delta time as seconds. So that track lab garbage we talked about. How fast does it take for the computer to make one circle through this code? Right? Less than a second, right guys? Less than a second? So we'll say it's in 0.1. Takes 0.01 of a second to do this whole circle, right? So times 0.01. What is this going to give me? I got the calculator. You guys can yell out the answer, but I'm going to do it because I'm silly, not because I'm stupid. So it's going to be 200 times 0.01. 2. So it's going to be 1998. And the other code is sprite get position Y. This is going to be 500. So it ran, my B is at 2,500. Then I have my clock time of 0.01 times my speed of 200 minus the 2,000. 1998, 500. Where is my B? My B is at 2,000, right? But now it's at 1998, but same height. The height didn't change. Right? It just literally moved a little bit closer to almost being on screen. Let's say I do another loop and I get my 0.01 again. What happens? The same formula runs, right guys? Okay. This is now a 6. My B has moved. Next one, 4. My B has moved. 2. My B has moved. 0. The B has moved. You guys see what's happening? Holy smokes. But what if my computer speeds up? What if it gets faster? What if I get 0.005? What happens? Right? I have my, what is this now at? 19, what? I'm going to start it from the top. We're at 1990. 1990 minus our B speed of 200 times 0.005, right? 0.5. What happens here? We lose by 1. Okay, it's like the 1 now, so it's 89. Right? The computer slowed down, but the cloud moved at the same speed, if you will. Right? Because, like, how many was this? No matter what, over 60 seconds, we're going to hit 200. No matter how much this shifts around, I'm explaining this poorly right now. Any idea how to explain it better here? If this moves around, it doesn't matter. This 200 number is going to hit after a certain amount of time, right? Like if I'm running at 60 frames, let's see, let's say we have a fast computer and a slow computer, right? Let's do it like that. We have two computers. This is 2,000, this is 2,000, this is minus, then it's the 200, and the 200, and then this one's going to be my faster computer, I guess this is going to be 0, 0, 5, and this one's going to be the slower computer at 0, 1, right? This computer here is twice as fast around the left. But after, say, 60 seconds, they would have both traveled the same amount. Right? Because this faster one, because of this formula, this guy's only moving down 1 frame. It's -1 every 0.00. Okay, no, it's -2. Okay, I got it. So this guy's -2 every 2 rounds. This one is -2 every 1 loop. You guys get it? I hope. I'm doing a poor job explaining. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay. This one's -1, and this one's -2. Right? This one's -1, this one's -2. So in 0.005, this guy loses 1. In 0.01, this guy loses 2. So this guy runs twice, it's -2. This guy runs once, it's -2. The amount of time passed is the same. 0, 1, 0, 1. Hopefully?
Yeah.
I'm getting closer, you guys. I'll figure out a better way to explain. Alright. That's the secret to moving the B, if you will. Let's just look at the code real quick. Then he goes, if sprite B dot get position dot X is less than -100. What is this? If I keep minusing the B, right? Eventually it's going to get here somewhere. This is 0. Where is -100? -100 is this way, right? Over here, maybe. -100. So it's saying, yo, when the B hits this part here, when the -2, -2, -2, eventually you're going to hit -100. Meaning your B has traveled off screen. From this side off screen to this side off screen. When that happens, B active false. When the B active false happens, we loop back around to the top. And guess what? We're going to hit this if statement right here. It goes, hey, is the B active? The B's not active? Give me a new speed. Okay, well, I'm going to make the B 400 speed, dude. We got zoomer this time. This guy's zooming. And then for the height, let's go full 1,000, right? We get the 1,000. So my B is now at 2,000 and 1,000. So instead of just 2,500, we're at 2,000, 1,000. And my new speed is 400. So my B is now off screen. So once the B hits this side, I redo the whole thing. I go, okay, my B is now higher up. My B is now faster. And the code's going to run again. But this time, the formula is what? 2,000 minus my 400 times my delta time of whatever, 0.01. And how many does that minus? Right? This is -4 or whatever. So now the B is moving faster, right? It's moving across -4 every frame. This B's blazing. We're going to do the same thing for the clouds, right? Here's the clouds. You just have to keep repeating all this. There's functions to make it work instead of tripling up like this, but this is the same thing. Is the cloud active? No? Okay, give me a random height. Give me a random speed. Set it up. Okay, is the cloud, so the cloud becomes active at the end here. So this if hits again, it's active, we skip this code, and this same formula is run again. It's the same garbage. They're like, hey, take the position of X of the cloud, minus it, the cloud speed, let's say it's 150, we don't have fast clouds up here, times the frame. This is going to be minus 1.5. So for every 4 pixels that the B moves, the cloud will have moved 1.5 pixels. in the other direction, so to speak. I want to say, yep, so we have to set up all three clouds, kind of annoying. You can probably do an array, I think they say. So cloud 1, cloud 2, cloud 3, and then here we go, draw the scene. Draw the background, draw the three clouds, draw the tree, draw the bee, display. Right, so I'm gonna run it. Hope you guys are all gonna be very impressed. Very impressed. Oh my God. The clouds are moving at different speeds. How are they doing that? Okay, look at the beat too. Okay, it's moving at a certain speed, at a certain height. Whoa, it's that zoomer beat I talked about earlier. It's higher up, and I found it. Here it is. This one's quick again, but slightly lower, I guess. Pretty crazy, huh? We're gaming. We are gaming. And the clouds are moving pretty sick. Pretty sick, you guys. Pretty sick. I hope you're all very excited. This game is pretty simple. The other games get a lot better. But this one's not bad, you guys. It's not bad. Let's open chapter 3. What happens in chapter 3, I wonder.
Before we jump into chapter 3.
Or should I just drop it, let people have fun?
Yeah, let's
Move on. Because this was heavy, I think.
Yeah, I
Real
think-
lecture of me.
Yeah, let's get everybody set up with the SFML stuff so that they can.
I'll pull out. You guys go for it. I hope you learned something today.
So before you can run all that code, you need to set up the SFML library, right?
If you download the preset, it just works.
Does it though?
Yeah. If you have Visual Studio Code,
It's on the announcements in the Discord channel, the zip file, you just extract it all. And
yeah.
it's
So
not in. Yeah, visual,
you need Visual Studio.
Yeah.
So preset sfml.zip right here. Once you have it downloaded, you need to extract. So you right click, extract all. Inside the folders here, there's project.sln. Once, yeah, I love it, dude. Once you open that, all the presets, all the graphics, all the libraries have been rolled in. It should just work now. We're excited. Yeah, I want to say,
It's like that.
if you Google SFML and go to their website, for this book, this is using old SFML, like 2.5. The 3.0 will not work with this project. But if you go into tutorials, actually, let's see, tutorials, and I want old tutorials. There's old tutorials in there somewhere. Here is SFML and Xcode, Mac OS. And these are the instructions here on how to set it up.
Anyone else need help?
Big help. Let me know if you figure it out. You can post about it. Good. This one's just be a little bit on Windows. If anybody else has questions, let me know. Want to see? Let me see if I can run the other. The third game in this thing is actually pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to run it. Which chapter was the when they finish it? Because the top-down shooter is legitimately a game, I would say.
Everybody able to get just the defaults, the preset one, right?
Oh, yeah, you got it?
Mine's running on my.
Heck yeah.
If anybody's having trouble with that, how about? And then if you want to run the more advanced chapters.
I wanted to show the game. I wonder if I could look up the game, maybe?
Yeah, which chapter is that?
The thing is, I don't know if you can just open the files and run them, because again, this one's prepackaged.
Right.
What, for the setup, they actually want you to put the libraries on your C drive. Here, the libraries are in the project folder, along with the graphics and everything. So it's pointing into itself. That's why it's able to run just like complete. So they have any questions? trying to remember, this game is actually on Steam, I want to say. You have to move over the graphics folder, so it has all the graphics. Zombie Arena. I tried Googling it. Okay, I think chapter 12 is the one I should be able to copy out. So if I grab this and dump what? Delete that. Get a library should be open to this. No, nothing. And grab font. Let's close. Over. I doubt it. There's actually like multiple files in here. Let's see. What is it called? Let me see if I can find it.
That's all the code though.
It's using multiple files that are linked together. So I would have to go through and create the files and link them. This is all one contained file because the book's trying to teach you C++. It doesn't go over headers and linking files together. Later in the book, it does. This one, again, like the reason you see the code repeated multiple times of the setup, yep, oh, you could do an array. Oh, you could just do a loop here. None of that's there. They assume you don't know C++. So this is, again, a big plus to the book. It is moving very quickly through C++, but it is making an attempt to teach you C++.
What's a chapter? Do you recall one of the chapters that that has like the top-down shooter?
Chapter 13 is the end of the top-down shooter.
13.
But again, it has multiple files. Right there, see?
Yes.
That's all of them.
Okay,
I'm just trying to find the game itself, which I think they have on Steam to show people. Okay, here we go. Steam powered app. Arena. SFML? Okay, I think this is it right here. This is the third game in the book. Nice, yeah, that's amazing. Very cool. Does he have the actual zombies loading in? Show the zombies! He's just showing it, well, that's what the freak did. This guy updated, this guy added some stuff. Okay, here we go. This guy actually has a version running. That's pretty impressive. And all the textures are just the same. You just loaded the same texture a bunch of times. The way it generates the thing is also pretty cool. Like, after every round that you defeat, it does like a triple for loop.
What do you even are these, Alex? Where do you even?
My 400 professor recommended this book. He was using it as a draw engine for like the Mandelbrot and a couple of other projects. Because like you saw me set up the window and move stuff around.
Right.
Yeah, so he just gave us some formulas that you plug in and it would make these like firework looking effects. So that was one of the assignments. He's like, implement this looking effect. Mandelbrot? I forget. I look up there it is. Mandelbrot effect. Set. These guys, I don't know if you ever see them. These are drawn using an algorithm, right? Where you pick a point and it like extrapolates out. And he was able to draw these to the screen using this engine. So you would just click and it would start to draw this circle. And then you click and it draws the other circle. And you could like right click, left click. You could zoom in on any point and they'll start drawing. You can just infinitely zoom in. It'll just keep doing the things. Just using a formula. Let me see. The second game was Thomas Was Late, which I think is also pretty sick. It looks pretty simple. Thomas Was Late, SFML. Are there any videos? What's this? I think this is somebody else's game.
Start.
Nice, somebody's project. Someone's going at it.
Nice little thing there. Of course, right now you'll. Oh.
Let's see. Show us the game, bro. What you got?
Question.
He's gatekeeping.
All right.
Keep showing code. I don't care about the code.
Now it's definitely not free something, so you good.
Anyways, there's also a platformer that's after the top-down shooter. And they also do Space Invaders. Literally Space Invaders. I don't know if you remember Space Invaders. But you have to get there, you know. I got us to chapter 2. That's like, 11 chapters more.
You can't just copy and paste all the stuff in.
Huh?
You can't just copy
You
and paste all the
can?
stuff in.
Oh, sick. So you got the zombie game right.
Yep.
There you go. If you guys want to play it on the teacher's computer.
So.
Can you run it? Is it good? Did you want to plug in and run it so I don't have to bother? Plug in and show people how it runs. Go for it.
Yeah, at least
You can turn on Mega Man in the background.
Let's have to look at that book here.
If you go to the announcement page, I have the PDF posted.
Yeah.
As well as all of the files for just like pulling the game. They give you all the assets and all the code.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the preset lets you just, like, you can paste into the preset because you have to do all this garbage to set it up. But otherwise, everything's there.
Hopefully it doesn't rot our eardrums.
Oh no, you can turn it down.
I tried turning it way down.
Is it the beginning C gaming?
Yeah, all three at the top right now. So at the very bottom.
Looks like there's
yeah,
no sound.
yeah, that's the PDF. The preset SFML is,
This is the work.
and that's all the files for the book.
Although
that's
I
the
think this
book
would be
and all
easier
the
with the
files.
mouse. I'll try
Looks
to
bad in the book, you know?
That's the
Oh,
book.
there it is.
And the top one is
There we
the
go.
pre-made,
So-
so you don't have to set up SFML, it's already set up into itself.
It is not easy with a trackpad. I'll show you this.
For this, it was the ARC guy.
It's not
I forget his name.
Yeah,
He's a good professor, I would recommend him. But it's in person, it's not
Move
online.
around.
Oh.
I think he's gonna do like semi-online.
Yeah, it does not like. Okay.
Is it shooting? No?
It does not like the trackpad. It's
Oh,
hard.
you did it!
Oh, there you go, you got it.
It's hard. Okay.
The thing is after-
but it's working. So if you guys want to load in that one.
I don't know if you saw it, but I wanna say, the cool thing about that game is the 9x9 or whatever it is you just saw is randomly generated. Right? So the first time the game runs, it has a tile set of different color squares. See the little square guys? There's only like 4 pictures. So he goes through and he goes, this guy's gonna be tile whatever, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, right? He draws the zombie name. After you beat this level, it's just gonna load in a bigger square. And again, give it random tiles. And after you beat that level, it just keeps growing the squares by randomly generating a new one.
All right, reload. There we go.
You have to pick up bullets, good.
You actually have to hit R to reload.
Nice. That's what we like to see.
Alright.
So we can make do. And,
You can do anything. Yeah, you could eventually make Doom. This does use OpenGL, which I think Doom also uses.
Alright. If you guys want to copy in this one so you can get it running, it just takes the preset and I just copied in all the files from the big zip file.
Well, also it just because it links them, it just links to them in the folder. I'm tripping.
Yeah, so all you have to do is copy preset SFML file. Just copied in each folder, code, game data. Game data wasn't in the preset. I copied it.
Yeah, I don't think you need game data. It might be some kind of debugging.
Yeah, so code, game data, fonts, graphics, and sound. So you just delete those 5 from the presets, and then go into the, I grabbed chapter 13 and grabbed those 5 folders and throw them in, and they worked.
So,
Point.
quick question, Professor Marsh, what do you need to delete?
So it's these 5 folders. So in the preset SFML, you got, well, game data is not there. So you, fonts, code, graphics, sound. Those are the 4 that you delete from the preset SFML.
So sound,
Yeah, code, fonts, graphics, and sound. Those 4 that are not highlighted.
code, fonts, graphics, and sound.
Yeah, delete those 4, and then from, I grabbed chapter 13, and I grabbed all 5, including game data, which is new. Grab all
And then you go to
those.
CISP 400,
It's fine.
and you click on chapter 13.
Yeah, so that the big zip folder, unzip it, download it, unzip it, it's got all the different chapters. The one that I was just running was chapter 13.
So you need control copy.
Copy everything over, and it should work. It did online. Let me know if any of you have errors.
What about the make file, do you need that too?
Don't bother with make file. Just the folders. And don't delete anything else from the preset SFML, otherwise you might lose something important.
Alright,
And theoretically, you can do this with any of the chapters. Maybe some of the later ones have more advanced things that require a little bit more setup, but anything before chapter 13, I can't imagine is more complicated than that.
Professor Martian is it? So I'm on chapter 13 already. Open in Visual Studio.
Or just open folder. Those are the files. The folders weren't copied to the preset. So everything except for the folder.
Now how do you move it?
Copy. Previous ones that you just did.
Control C.
What? Just control. Oh, and there is one more step. When you load it into Visual Studio, you're going to want to make sure you load in all of the files that are in the code folder. So you can see my Solution Explorer there has them all in. So
we will open up a new project?
yes. Well, no. I'll open up the SFML. Yeah. So if you haven't loaded up the SFML one again already, it's I'll just close. So starting from complete scratch. Boot up Visual Studio. There you go. There you go. Go to Open Project or Solutions. Then find the preset.
I only have loaded in up to chapter 3.
And double click on S. Just hit double click or select
Run the whole game.
S
Remember those files
file.
you down with the book.
That'll open up.
Open that.
that
go to
project.
Chapter 5.
I'm on project 1, that
So you should open up. So then,
And open that with like the notepad.
I have made that CPP.
yeah, so delete main.cpp
Or
from
yeah,
the.
just copy that code
Solution
into
Explorer
the
folder.
name. Just go there. Control A.
Remove?
Copy.
Yeah. So yours will look something like. Just remove.
And then what do I
Yeah, I only
do?
posted it like, we said it's only up to chapter 3. We can pull any of the stuff into there.
So
We have to
you
move the
have
graphics
to
over
main.
and other stuff.
So get rid of
Specifically
main.
get.
And then you'll want to import
Yeah,
all of the
preset
code
is set up,
files.
it has all the
Be in
graphics, like
code
go from
folder.
graphics folder in this project, you'll see it's all
XML code. Here's all of
tree
them.
game. Right? If you want to open
You can move them
the
in
zombie game,
very
you have to move
easily.
the zombie files over.
By highlighting
Well,
them all.
like all of
So
and
Control
so
A. with your-
You want to copy the code
Okay.
into the
I
presets,
think
but you also want to move the graphics
Game data,
into the folder.
You just want
Oh,
code.
okay.
and sound.
Right?
So grab all this stuff in the code folder. So
like
you just highlight it all and drag and drop them onto the
If you
project
open
name itself
this
over here.
preset, yeah, like if you do.
It'll just
this,
sort it
do a bigger-
automatically, exactly as it needs to be.
Do a bigger icon or something.
One second. And then, once you have it here, you just theoretically
You-
just ready to play. Try run, if you run it and it doesn't work, let me know, I think
See,
there
this
might have been
is
something else I
for
changed.
The tree
to
game.
fix a bug, but.
So if you want the zombie game, go to like chapter 13.
Yeah.
And open that graphics, and you'll see all the zombie files, right? So you need to replace those with these. And then copy the code from chapter 13 into your main, and it should all run. But if it's a zombie, you have to copy all those extra files too. I could go ahead and put a preset together.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Oh, Professor, you said you had it set up, right?
Yes.
Can you save it and upload it? That way people can just download it and run it.
Sure.
It'll save us so much time.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to copy stuff over, but yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna code from statement graphics.
Yep.
What would you project console?
So now you wanna, now you're just open up the project in Visual Studio.
I have it on there.
Okay, so now you wanna bring in all those code files, so open up the code folder. Sort of things, the person that one little thing there, see it, not below that. Yeah, there it is. So we're gonna copy all of these, grab all of these and put them in that project.
How do I like select all of them? Control A.
Yep, and then just drag and drop onto,
Add.
oh yeah, there you go. So now you flip them.
Is there like a specific one that you should like?
Nope. It runs the whole project no matter what.
Okay, there were errors, it says.
Okay, one second. These are the files that are actually in the project. So, remove things. This is old, that's the old one. And then, you add all of those code files.
Even with the 9.3.
Just open up and you can apply
Which one you got?
This one looks like all this.
Or like, I take this, ooh, I get home at like, what is it, still got enough to type a few documents up.
Here,
and,
you actually open up the code. That's fine. Close the folder. Okay, now we want to grab all of these. Grab them all, and then you should be able to just drag and move them into these together onto the project inside. Here's another one. Right like that. And existing. This one. Now go ahead and find another. Yeah, okay, so those should just. There you go. Okay, perfect. So that should be every bit go. Try that one.
Dang, bro.
What?
You're swiping, right? Yeah. So you guys did bring it.
You not excited about the zombie game, bro? Right? Anyone? Good. I think I didn't see it. You ready? That's all we got. Are you charged? No. Are you charged up, bro? Are you harnessing the power of the sun? Yes, bro.
Okay. There is one extra little thing that you have to change before the code will run. Let me throw this back up so I can show you guys. For some reason, it includes a bug. I don't know why. Once you've got it all loaded in like this, look at pickup.h. And then you scroll down a little bit. Yours will say something like this, pickup, like this. You notice it doesn't like me doing that. So we don't want this. We want to get rid of the first pickup : : It should just be pickup.
Yeah, these files are slightly out of date. Like, I want to say the chopping game that they have, the bar is not that good. If you do the book one, the chopping game actually is kind of fun. Once the bar starts working correctly, it's like it uses the score to give you less time for each pop.
So if you get rid of that, it should pick up : That should fix the bug, and then it should run. Has anybody gotten it to run? Yes? Okay. Work.
Did anyone not sign this yet? The sign-in sheet? Oh, yes.
Just close it. That's not a that's an interesting.
So it says that there's an error.
Yes.
Agreed.
So that's the one I'm using. So
yeah.
it's pickup.h. Pickup.h.
I can throw this one. I mean, whatever. I just use this one. That's like arguing with someone.
See that line? So get rid of the first pickup : Get rid of it. It should just be pickup open parenthesis. Like that. So now try that. It's going, and there you go. Excellent.
Because I didn't sign that one, so someone shouldn't have signed it.
Okay, I don't
I didn't sign
know.
that.
This is like.
I didn't allow it on
Anybody else need assistance getting it?
Try something. So,
it. Oh, yeah, that one guy did bounce.
But he's on here.
And it's code. So we want,
How
have
do
you
you
copied all of
move
these?
this game?
We want all those folders to be copied.
I can't even move.
So, all, go back, we want all the folders.
WSD.
So,
How do you even move in this
we
game?
want graphics, sounds, code, fonts, and media. Just cut and paste all of those folders as it is.
WSD?
The only thing we don't want is a big file.
So we want all these.
Yeah.
And this.
Yes. So,
Copy all this into.
into the prepackaged SFML, whatever it is.
Oh,
The one that was downloaded from
this
this
is why I don't like playing games, I suppose.
preset SFML.
So I tell my son I made a game.
Just, you know, change a couple lines of code and say you did.
Can you run it? You get it for mine?
Dash modified by.
How do you move around?
Can't.
Add some notes.
You can change the
Professor
speed
Marsh,
by
how
a
do you
little
move
bit,
around?
instead of plus 200, it'll be like, one of them is fast.
Get some AI generated art and replace the art with no music, but it does have sound. Oh, it pauses. There you go. You can pause with Enter.
Oh my god, it does
Professor
something
Marsh,
This
deliberate.
is just next level game right here.
Although the hitbox on these zombies is pretty big. Like,
You could probably narrow it down.
see, I'm getting hit by what? I don't know.
The crawler?
By the leg.
Yeah, see, I'm
Oh.
getting hit from there. See, I just died. Pretty big hitbox on those guys.
You could adjust it.
Yeah,
You got bit and it was the poison.
I got 20 points and the high score's 50.
What?
Professor Marsh, I have a question. How do you move?
WASD.
Yeah,
So the controls that I'm using, enter to start this. I guess you could pick your own modifier for the game start. So you can go up, run space, more, move faster, and then it's aim with the mouse, click to.
Okay, so how do you like move right and left?
AD.
AD?
Move, like, have you put like a game?
Everybody getting it to work? Anybody need help? Should work. And once you've got it, you know.
You can save and upload it.
Yeah. So once you've got it, working, we can, this one's a pretty complicated
this
one
forward.
Oh,
to
yeah,
jump
just
into.
backward.
But theoretically, you could just mess with the code and get things to work.
I would say the Pong one's pretty good to hop into. It's
Yeah.
very simple.
Yeah.
It's just like
You know what
large.
chapter, you know what chapter that is?
That's like 8, 9.
Chapter's 8.
It should only be 2 files.
Yeah.
I think it's 8, 9, 10 is where it ends.
Yeah, this program is at the level of like CISP 400, 401.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But not yet. If any of you haven't taken my 401 class, this is still a little on the advanced side.
It's even before that. It's like chapter 8.
Let's see.
No, 7.
Something funny.
6.
Maybe player?
Yeah, chapter 7.
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7 is a completed game.
Whoa.
How come I'm not firing?
So if I, here's an easy one.
Yes, I am.
Player.cpp, line 54. I believe this is where it determines how much damage you take when you get hit. So if I change this down to 1, you should take way less damage.
Oh, Hacker Man, dude.
At least, assuming I'm understanding the code correctly. Let's see.
Professor Marsh, when I press fire, it's not firing.
If I get hit. Yeah. I'm invincible. Actually, I'm not actually invincible. Let me go change it to 0. Or -1, you know?
Why is
Get
it
help.
not
It's not
firing?
going on.
Oh boy, that's a different game, I guess.
I'm so strong. Let me get help back. Yeah. So you're going to change.
Gotta reload.
Yeah, oh, let me just reload. It's so easy.
Professor Marsh, why is this?
If you beat the wave, right, it should technically redo the map bigger.
Oh,
If you hit level 2,
And here,
I see.
it should give you like a buff, and it should give you a bigger level.
Oh, how about that?
Increase fire rate, up,
Hey!
see? And it randomly generates this square.
I didn't even realize this was a roguelike.
this game.
It's gonna keep going.
Oh, I really.
I'd rather play Call of Duty instead.
Wow. But which Call of Duty?
Modern Warfare.
Wow, which one?
It's like a-
You know the one-
2004 or?
you
I
the
don't
one
know,
that
in
goes-
like
I'm a
19.
big Modern Warfare 2, 2008 guy myself.
I'd rather play the newest one, like 2019 or
Nah,
2018.
gross, dude. 08 all the way.
In like 1998, this would have been cool.
You just keep
The
reloading.
big red one sounds good. The big red one's a classic.
Those would have been.
Damage.
Professor Marsh, it's not firing.
Also, they should change the way it's drawn. See, right now they're drawing blood spatter, then zombie, or zombie, then blood spatter. So they kind of like crawl under the splatter. Oh, that one did.
Reset.
I'd rather play GTA.
What do I do? I just download this
Will they
SMFL
draw a bigger map again?
file.
Probably.
They say the new Grand Theft Auto will be available until
Wow.
spring or fall.
Oh my god.
5?
Or Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, I got
What do you mean?
Fire speed.
Yeah, I heard the world's gonna end before they release that.
What?
The GTA6?
Well,
Yeah.
we are in the GTA 6 lobby. For the-
Heck yeah.
for the simulation. They're just running loops with us.
Mess around with
The
this.
game is real life.
Yeah, the game's real life, yeah.
That's
It's in
weird.
Florida. You just gotta go to Florida.
There you go. Now you're populating Glades. How do you do this? Did you download the preset? And you already installed the library?
I don't know how to do it, but I know how to do open the first one.
Escape.
Oh, what kind of Firefox that?
Thank you.
What?
Chapter 8.
Is it the browser?
I think it's 7.
Is
I think 8 is the
Firefox, right?
beginning
Yeah.
of zombies.
Different kinds of. Is it or just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that must be.
Just basic Firefox
Well,
with.
yeah,
I mean,
like different.
Even this is on.
Look different.
oh, it's a developer one.
Um,
I don't know. I just tried it. I mean, it's alright.
I've used like Opera GX
just man.
I have opera on here too. It's alright.
Because there's so many people like advertising for GX. I was like, why not?
Honestly, I only that like has all my pirate. That has all the music I listen to on YouTube on it.
So what was the issue you were having?
It was just the execution.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking questions. Basically, it's just like what I was listening to. I only open it if I'm like gonna listen to music. YouTube. But yeah, I have way too many tabs open right now, dude. That's why I've got. Look, you want to see?
It's crazy.
I'd rather play
Look at
video games instead of this.
It goes back further, dude.
What was that?
I got three browser ones right here with this one.
Oh my goodness.
And then if I open the Opera, it's like, yeah, it starts slowing down. It's only got 16 gigabytes on
It's
it.
like.
I hate this animation.
Resetting.
Cutting off early.
What if I?
Probably delete this.
So annoying.
I want to say it might be a resolution issue. If you change the window size,
It's, I think it doesn't like the window size.
I don't like this.
right there, 1920.
Jesus Christ.
Then again,
Yeah.
But
So.
but everything is built.
Built around the 920,
that
yeah.
size. They didn't-
Why don't you close it?
I don't know. A lot of them I had open for
Like, you should be able
like
to cut
a
off a little bit
reason.
off the bottom.
I cannot.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, I will start bookmarking some of
And
them,
then,
but like this financial legal documents for the Willis Rios Foundation. Like, I mean, you just gotta keep like
this
clicking
is
on
like
it
when you
and
bounce off the
reading.
walls. It like reverses the position.
Just create
Where
a
the
book
directions
model where you
travel.
just like put all the important stuff.
Right, so like when it hits this wall, it calls
Yeah,
this section here.
I
I
understand.
think I'm gonna head out.
So I have to force myself to close the tab because I cannot take it.
Nah.
Cannot take it.
Then it's funny to go back and be like, what was I looking
It
at?
doesn't fit on my screen.
Like-
Should now. Okay, I changed it so it rebounds off the bottom instead of.
What is this one?
It goes down and.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
so
bouncing
it's,
off the bottom.
yeah, it's, the resolution's bad, it considers the bottom.
Early
of the screen,
persecutions.
The
there,
Declaration
instead
of
all the way down
Independence.
at the top.
Nice.
Yeah, this is
And it was
the
cool wall
Roman
bouncing
papacy and its
simulation.
Yeah.
rise from pagan
Isn't that
stuff.
sick? How's it doing that, you guys? How's it able to rotate the ball?
What chapter is the
I believe this was
ball
the
I don't know, like
first
when I
video
first look at it, I was just like Declaration of
That one's
Independence.
Yeah.
What chapter is the ball down?
This one?
That one's
Yes.
actually in the Library of Congress,
Chapter
I
7,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll look into that.
There's not much here, I mean, you can try all the chapters, I mean, some of them are just
I didn't like
in
the-
progress.
I have, this is just from last semester.
This feels in progress, but.
I think it's just.
Oh. What happened
It's
to
not
it?
doing the thing.
Whoa.
Can we create a game where you escape the Matrix?
Yes, dude. It's called.
I think it like glitched into the floor there, the quote unquote floor.
I think they call that life.
True.
It would be nice
Well,
though.
he-
They call that like getting G to show up to a Muay Thai. Me getting kicked in the head.
So they kind of reached that part.
What's up? Are you doing the Hack Davis
I'm thinking about it.
or the Hack Sack Hack?
What's the battle?
What do you do at Hack Davis?
I don't know. That's Edward's thing. Usually, I don't know exactly. I mean, sometimes
I'm
they're
thinking about setting
sometimes
up-
they're competitions. Sometimes they're just like an event like with speakers and.
Do you like have to travel to
Stuff like
Davis
that.
with the team?
What's up?
Do you travel to Davis with the team?
Yeah, not for you. We don't do that as like you're representing the city college. No, you just be your own team with
Yeah.
people. if we were to do that, yeah, it's a lot more headache. You gotta like track
There
mileage.
shouldn't be.
I gotta like submit mileage papers and do,
Other than the fact that it doesn't seem to work particularly
What's the?
try and get insurance documents from college students who are like, I don't have insurance. You're like, dude, I get you, bro. I got it.
You're moving out. So you can just delete this whole thing.
Good night, Merriman. I don't want to try. Well, why are you late today?
Yeah, I missed the light rail. I was like, usually I like do my like routine before I leave, but people were talking in Discord like, this, we could never make it to the meetings, and I'm like, dude, run the meeting yourself. You're the one who has the problems with, like, then run the meeting and see who shows up to you, because if you can't work on our schedules, then
Sucks for you.
you have to set up a schedule to work with another team B. I don't know.
Oh, you can talk about the competition you guys talking about.
Yeah, because like we
Well,
have
what's the-
like less than 2 weeks right now, and people are still like in Discord like, oh, maybe I'll join. And I was like, maybe you won't. We had 4 meetings already, and you're in here like, oh, we can never make it.
How many people? How many people?
We had 4 meetings.
How many people?
There we go. It means a lot of this.
Right now,
Yeah, in the team.
we have like 12 people signed up, have their paperwork turned in, and about 7, I guess
Other than
7.
that, people who showed up.
About 7 of us were at Makerspace meeting like this week.
And remember, for the
So
files,
7
just
of
drag
us
them in,
of
or
the
you just
12
double
showed
click
up for the Makerspace meeting this
I can
week.
drag them into the actual project.
into the Visual Studio.
Yes.
So you open code. You open code.
And now we're just gonna pull together some buckaroos. Somebody's got a motor, I guess, but he hasn't done his paperwork, and I never met the guy, so
Okay, and then he says, open the folder.
we'll see. Yeah.
Open code.
Well, I remember you have class every day, right? Right.
Monday through Thursday, 9 to 12:30. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I do 2 morning classes, Monday through Thursday.
That's it? And then like
That's
rest of the day you're off.
Yeah, not really. I still have to do like other stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I do have the day off. But yeah, I travel on transit. That's an hour, a little less than an hour, but sometimes it can be.
You know what? Right now I don't go home, man. Like,
If I jump off at one stop and I get and go do anything, that can turn into like a long day. If I like pick up some groceries or something, that'll be like a 2.5 hour. But
like Monday and Wednesday I have like 8-hour
What I'm
class.
saying, we should have deleted.
So-
and then I have the meetings and stuff,
Yeah, that's
and then I have to do my homework, and that's like 4 hours. Like
setting the phone, the computer.
yeah, all the smart book stuff. It's like 4 hours. Yeah.
Let's try drag.
Average for me right now, it's like 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Recently I'm just like hella lazy.
I'll do like an hour or 2 in the library, and then I'll do like 4 at home.
Mm.
Professor, did you leave the
But you're
files
just
in
all
the
in
code,
sys
or did you
classes?
drag them out
Huh?
to
You're all in
the main
sys.
folder?
You're all in computer science classes?
MS.
And math, oh yeah.
Did you leave them in the code folder, or did you move them out?
So 2 online classes,
But the good thing about programming is it's like all the same kind of stuff, you know? You're just like learning like all, you know, the commands for it, right? But
daily, right now, I will spend like 1 hour per week
Files,
on
right?
computer
And you
science.
just drag them to.
Because it's, right now it's pretty easy to make. You just like review for last semester. And the rest of the time I'm just doing English, political science, and math. Mostly math though.
yeah, like I'm in business math right now and we're like doing a thing on the border. Yeah. So now I have to like learn border security law, immigration law and stuff. I'm
Business
like,
math, what's that have to do with that?
Jeez. So now, of course, and then all of a sudden I'm like, Chuck Schumer, meat axe. You can't just meat axe everything.
Wait, what do you need to learn about border in business math?
Well, because it's just easy concepts, I guess.
Easy concepts?
Get rid of hiccup hole.
Well, a lot of like the introductory concepts are gonna introduce you to like
Now that that
Okay,
goes.
do that in-
personal injury,
So now if you want to.
Oh.
which you'll see in businesses, but it's gonna give you an overview of like how it's functioning on a macro level, I guess, instead of the micro. Or more, you just be like worker comp stuff, or
It's crazy. You'll have to hit reload if you're at a.
people going down in airplanes. I don't know, right?
Anytime you-
Airplanes flipping over. Or
Yeah, it's
something.
kind of crazy recently. It's kind of crazy. I mean, sure, Toronto is not part of the US, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty crazy.
You don't even need the files, you technically type it. It's like all the.
I think
codes
the mostly
here,
it's
you know,
like
add
the
it.
small,
You're
small
like, okay, we
one.
typed this already, add this, here's what it's doing. Add this, here's what it's doing.
So yeah, there's a lot, and then I'm doing accounting, so I'm like doing that in
All this,
accounting.
add this, here's what it's doing, add this, here's what it's doing.
This is like algebraically math or accounting.
This
Gee,
chain
no.
covers up to 400.
No?
The
There's
drawing
math-
to
I
the
mean, it
string
uses math.
is in itself
A little bit, not really.
Like,
You don't need
Some
to
of
use
it,
for
some of
games.
it.
Like,
The fact
calculate
that the drawing
interest,
to the screen,
accounting,
when you move
right?
objects around, can be used for everything.
I mean,
Most likely.
yeah.
Enjoy, yeah, check out the PDF. I like the book.
You're managing the accounts, yeah. You would have, not necessarily, someone else might be doing that. You're basically like supplying all the numbers, so yeah, you can do stuff like that, yeah. And making sure it's all balanced or accounted for, yeah. Like when you go to like a corporate's website and they release their statements, or you get your earning reports for your stocks, your shareholders.
Oh, so you kind of like you learn about like
You're doing
stocks.
You're doing all that stuff. There's interest in stuff.
So do you learn like
But mostly it's like
laws?
formatting of the documentation.
Oh. So do you learn like
It's
laws?
called GAAP, General Accounting Practices. It's accepted.
So can you go to like a master degree on accounting if you like did not study accounting in like bachelor? Is that possible? And go become like guess
Anything's possible. Just I put my name. I could just take a picture of your degree and put my name on it.
No, not like that, but like.
I could just steal your social security number and say that you're a Mexican immigrant and I'm really deep.
Like ICP could like arrest me.
Yeah.
Is ICP IC?
I mean, nah. Sorry, what was your question then?
So like, I'm thinking of because right now like
You're saying-
software development, software engineer, something laid off, right?
They're laying off?
Like in the meta, like laying off so many people right now. like the market is not great.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So I'm like thinking about going to switch major to double E.
I think that's fake news though. Because every website, there's always engineering positions available.
Yeah, I mean,
You pull up any website right now.
yeah, they're pretending they're hiring, but then they actually never hire.
Pretending.
Yeah, because I don't know what I saw is like, yeah, I'm sure they're hiring, but like actually not sucking people. I don't know.
I mean, the industry is kind of like that though. People move, you finish a project and you move to a new place. What, you're just supposed to like go hang out in like the IT department?
What?
Come on, dude. No. That's for the sweaties.
No, I think like because I heard so many news about like, oh, AI gonna like replace software developer, like, oh, AI gonna replace software engineer. I'm like, is that gonna true? So I think there's a chance that actually happens. I mean, if you do the hardware, yeah, I mean it's a lot harder. For
Yeah,
sure.
there's a chance that that happens if you want all your data on the internet for free and anyone else to use. For everyone else, there's a buckshot on the wall if you decide to take the wrong step. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm doing a thing right now where I'm just like regulating on the AI stuff. All it takes is a regulation to go through on the AI, and then that's we're not talking about anything anymore. So vote with your feet. You want work or you want AI doing the work? I mean, that's your vote, yeah. What's up? How you doing? My.
Yeah, presenting anything, make you learn about it, and then trying to teach it, make you learn about it.
Zach, what's up with the revenue?
I don't know why you revenue.
Yeah,
We don't need to look at revenue.
I want my fucking pizza!
It's gonna go broken.
What are we talking about?
I wanna speak to
Revenue?
Yeah.
The fun?
New programming here?
No, for the club.
Yeah.
I've been just straight to the web.
Then it's gonna start with our
You guys
pizza.
use AI.
This room full of scrapers, don't even code.
Don't use a program.
This computer blew up, dude.
Sure. Yeah. The PDF is on the announcement. You can download this whole guide right now. Oh my God, so much knowledge. Go make. That's what Zilda, there is a hack like how does that go?
You think they're gonna can developers?
Huh? Can
You better just get your OnlyFans page
They
ready.
said they're gonna try to set it up.
we went some night, girl. No one's gonna
The issue is setting up the actual SFML, you can't use the preset project, and that's the.
Yeah, but it actually is pretty easy. For whatever Xcode does, it's much simpler to add
Right.
compared to whatever. But from what I understand, they want to end on this,
sir.
on this, right? I'm saying keep it going, just do a small presentation, beginning or end of the thing, and then if 2 or 3 people are interested, like me,
We can
I
answer.
really can get through the book, so I
We
can
can
start
answer.
doing my own thing. If you can get through the book, you have a lot of
It's getting through the damn
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because I've gotten up to the 3D game, but like, the way they generate the map is like this triple, 4